Hello, denizens of the internet, your former network executive here. Now, news is coming out that the wow, this isn't complete trash Daredevil Born Again is not doing so well in the ratings on Disney Plus. I'm not going to go through the numbers. I'll let others do that. And I'm not going to use it to crap all over Disney Plus per se. I want to use the Daredevil example to expand on previous videos where I discussed how streaming has really screwed up Hollywood, the movie business, and TV in general, all for the holy grail of recurring revenue. As your former network executive, I have insights others don't have. A quick explanation as to why the studios were desperate for some of that Netflix recurring revenue lucre. You see, the old network model was make a show and sell them based on the ad rates they generated. Every network still has a raft of salespeople shaking the money trees, armed with demographics and ratings. The traditional TV networks are performance based. Streaming is subscription based, as you know. They could have a whole month of no new product and they would still make money. No salespeople. Well, I mean, at least until they too recently added ads and started begging for cash like the networks. There is a direct correlation between revenue and the success of a show. Subscriptions totally screwed that up, and not for the better, frankly. But you can see why it was so attractive to lazy management. Free money for doing nothing. Well, not quite nothing. They had to attract subscribers and keep the ones they had. Losing subscribers is called churn. Not fun at all if you're an executive. The walled gardens that are streamers is also a real pain in the ass. They remind me of the bad old days of online forums like CompuServe, Prodigy, AOL, MSN, eWorld, where if you were paying for more than one of these forums, you literally had to log off your telephone modem connection, reconnect with your 2400 baud modem to the one you wanted, wait for the screeching to subside, and noodle around until your mother yelled at you for hogging the telephone line. While there are more and more cable cutters out there, primarily because of the monthly bill and because they are time slot restricted, you have to admit it was way easier to just lay on the couch, mash the up and down button on the channel remote, and traverse every TV network and all the cable channels you subscribed to. Sure, there was nothing on you wanted to watch, but surfing was a thing, and somewhat therapeutic, I would say. Now, just like the online forum days, you're opening and closing countless apps and dealing with the frustrating interfaces each one presents. Please tell me, how is that better? End of tangent. Back to Daredevil. Why is it flopping? Because it had already run its course. But it was a huge hit on Netflix, you say. Why didn't that goodwill get transferred to Disney Plus? Notwithstanding that, Disney Plus does not have much in the way of goodwill. One of the things that no one has reported on is a dirty secret. Netflix discovered that most of their series ran out of steam after the second run. In fact, they were already pooping out during the second run. They discovered this with both their excellent Daredevil and Jessica Jones. The numbers were crap in their third seasons. After that, Punisher got only two seasons, and same with Luke Cage. Very few shows get more than two seasons. Grace and Frankie and Orange is the New Black ran for 7 seasons, and Virgin River just got renewed for its 7th. Do you detect a pattern? Superhero shows that guys like run out of steam after 2 seasons, whereas the longer lasting shows have a predominantly female audience. Orange is the New Black had a whopping 66% female viewership. I guess women have more stamina, including when it comes to watching streaming shows. The point is, Daredevil completed its run on Netflix and there was no gas left in the tank. A lot of people are blaming the 7 year hiatus, but that had no bearing. One does have to wonder how long The Witcher with Henry Cavill would have run if the showrunner and writing staff weren't incompetent morons. Long running shows like Game of Thrones and The Sopranos on HBO just felt different, and they were treated more like network shows with a bit of nudity and swearing than what the streamers are doing. We looked forward to each season. Same with Mad Men on AMC, another cable offering. Well, happily binge watch classic network series on Netflix, Prime, and Disney Plus, but the streamers can't seem to find the same success with their offerings. I'm sure they talk about it in their creative meetings. Give Netflix credit. I mean, it has experimented with resurrecting that 70s show, now called That 90s Show, which is a really tough watch. I think the survival of TV and the movie business is all tied to sorting out streaming and creating a universal interface that doesn't suck. And as far as Disney Plus is concerned, what is its brand? I mean, if it ever had one, I don't know. Do you? And it hasn't been helped with the purchase of Fox, which has pretty much turned Disney Plus into the Fox channel because, frankly, most of the interesting stuff I'm watching on DP is the Fox library. Disney's Touchstone label produced many successful movies, but I mean, they're hard to find as Disney has killed off that brand and doesn't, promote those hits. The top 10 shows on DP are Daredevil Born Again, Win or Lose, Grey's Anatomy, High Potential, Modern Family, Desperate Housewives, Paradise, Family Guy, The Simpsons, and How I Met Your Mother. Mostly Fox offerings. Not really seeing much in the way of Marvel or Star Wars efforts. I've said it before that while the purchase of Pixar made sense, buying Lucasfilm and Marvel completely discombobulated and confused Disney HQ, regardless of how incompetently both have been managed. They were massive distractions, as is Disney Plus, which has the added benefit of not being profitable. If Disney's brilliant plan was to entice Netflix subscribers with fond memories of the original over to Disney Plus, it was a stupid plan. There was no juice left in that lemon. Till next time, denizens, be seeing you.